Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. We are buzzing as always. We asked for a good week, some green on the board, and boy oh boy did we get it. We also got an invasion in a country. We got the capture of a president. Just one of the more wild weeks since we've started the Weekly Roundup 78 episodes ago. Let's get into it. As you can see on this beautiful board in front of us, green everywhere. Bitcoin's up 3% to 91.1K. ETH back above that 3K mark, up 4%. XRP, biggest gainer of the week, up 13.8%, back to 213. BNB up 3 ticks. Sol up 10 ticks to 138. Dogecoin and Cardano, both up huge, double digits on the week as well. Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, and Hyperliquid all up as well. Everything on the board up at least a couple percent. We'd love to see it. Okay, Saturday morning. Let's go back to last weekend, guys. U.S. President Donald Trump confirmed airstrikes on Venezuela's capital that led to the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Absolutely wild stuff here. The news sparked crazy debates online. Financial markets appeared largely unfazed. Bitcoin held near 90K. Rest of crypto didn't really move, and stocks really didn't move that much either. That's just pretty wild, but again, sort of what I think we may see a little bit more of, unfortunately, over the next couple months for the rest of this year. Polymarket in the news. Speaking of the Venezuela invasion, many folks bet on the invasion. Polymarket refused to settle Venezuela's invasion bet, saying Maduro's capture did not meet its invasion criteria. More than 10.5 million USD was wagered before the ruling, leaving traders facing unexpected losses. The dispute has renewed concerns over rule interpretation and fairness in prediction markets. This is why you need better oracles, folks, and this will continue to happen. Coinbase in the news. Brian Armstrong went mega parabolic last week, saying that the exchange will pursue an everything exchange strategy in 2026, combining crypto equities, prediction markets, and commodities across spot futures and options products. You name it, they want to do it. Building out everything globally, scaling stablecoins and payments, and bringing users on chain through Coinbase's developer tools. He said, and I quote, "Goal is to make Coinbase the #1 financial app in the world." Speaking of Coinbase, we move on. They have informed Argentinian users on January 3rd that they will discontinue the Peso-to-USDC trading on its platform effective January 31. They are leaving Argentina, and this looks like USDT and Palo Arduino and the Tether team will remain the kings and queens of stablecoins in Argentina. Last thing on Coinbase this week, folks, and yes, they are dominating the news flow. Up 8% earlier this week is Goldman Sachs, obviously one of the largest and most respected financial institutions in the world, upgraded Coin to a buy signal and raised its 12-month price target to $303. The bank expects broader crypto adoption in 2026, supported by regulatory progress. Prediction markets in the news again. Rep. Richie Torres is moving to formally restrict how U.S. government officials participate in prediction markets after a highly profitable bet tied to the sudden capture of Venezuelan president raised fresh concerns about insider trading and public trust. The New York Democrat is preparing to introduce the Public Integrity in Financial Prediction Markets Act of 2026. Wow, that's a mouthful, which would bar elected officials from using non-public information. There's really no way for them to know. And insider trading on prediction markets, let's get real, it will continue to happen. CME Group posts record trading volumes in 2025. They reached 28.1 million contracts, which is up 6% from the previous year. In alone, the fourth quarter ADV climbed to a record 27.4 million contracts. They reported figures reflected heightened demand for hedging tools amid shift rating expectations, commodity price volatility, and growing price adoption of crypto derivatives. Some 2025 stats for you guys. Visa issued credit card spending jumped 525%. Wowza. In 2025, pointing to rising everyday use of crypto-linked payments. EtherFi led all Visa-backed crypto cards with 55.4 million in annual spending, well ahead of the competitors. And Visa's expanding stablecoin infra signals deeper integration into crypto mainstream payments. We'd love to see that. This I did not love to hear. Ledger, who we love, unfortunately has hit another data breach. Hackers exploited vulnerabilities in Ledger's global e-payment processor, gaining access to customer names and contact information through wallets. However, though wallets and private and keys were unaffected. Everyone knows who Ledger is. This was on January 5th, a couple days ago. Blockchain researcher and the GOAT Zach XBT revealed that the personal info of Ledger customers were accessed in the hack of Global E. Again, terrible news here. Please be safe, guys, and hopefully everything is good here. Some great news. MSCI scrapped their plan to exclude digital asset treasuries. They are now rethinking this. They said on Tuesday that it will keep the current approach for companies on its preliminary list of digital asset treasury companies, a label that the firm uses for companies holding 50% or more in crypto based on their total assets. This decision keeps strategy in MSCI's global benchmarks for now, a key point for a stock that sits in the passive money. Telegram, again, some pretty absolutely wild stuff recently. They earned revenue of $870 million during the first half of 2025, a 65% increase compared to the previous year, and they are increasingly being shaped by its deepening ties to crypto, even as legal pressure and geopolitical risks complicate the picture. Zcash in the news this week, guys, and this was a wild one. The core development team behind Zcash has severed ties with the electric coin company, triggering a sharp governance crisis that briefly shook the market and sent the ZEC token sliding before volatility picked up across exchanges. The dispute centers along allegations of malicious governments with Bootstrap, the nonprofit entity that controls ECC, and has now resulted in the entire ECC staff resigning and moving to a new independent company. Hopefully everything is good with Zcash. I love the team at Zcash, and it's a great coin. Last piece of news this week, Tether and Rumble have launched Rumble Wallet. It's finally out, which is a self-custodial crypto wallet embedded directly into Rumble's platform. The wallet allows fully integrated platform-native payments infrastructure designed for creators and users at scale. It will support Tether, Tether Gold, and Bitcoin, allowing audiences to tip creators and make peer-to-peer payments without relying on traditional banks or payment processors. What a mouthful, guys. I need a glass of agua. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we love you guys. If you enjoyed this one, please hammer that like button, hammer the subscribe button. It would mean the world to my team and I. Speaking of the team, love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. 2026, I think we're going to have a pretty good year, guys. Q1 might be a little choppy, but things are looking a little bit better. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. Hammer it, and all the best. Ciao.